Hello guys and welcome back to Coders Point. Today we have one more question to solve, which is smallest integer divisible by k. It's a medium range question. Let's see what it is. So as you can see, as per the question, given a positive integer k, you need to find the length of the smallest positive integer n such that n is divisible by k and n only contains the digit 1. Written the length of n if there is no such n written -1. Okay guys, so what we have to do in this question is हमारे पास 1 को यूज़ करके नंबर होने वाले हैं. 1 को यूज़ करके मीन्स वी हैव 1, देन वी हैव 1 1, देन वी हैव 1 1 1, लाइक दैट वी विल हैव नंबर्स एंड वी जस्ट हैव टू चेक कि वो नंबर k से डिविजिबल है या नहीं है. इफ इट इज डिविजिबल बाई k देन वी विल रिटर्न दैट नंबर, अदरवाइज वी विल रिटर्न -1 अगर हमें कोई नंबर नहीं मिलते हैं. सो लेट्स ट्राई टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन. So guys, to solve this question we have to understand few things. First is like हमारे पास अगर n की वैल्यू let's say 1 है और k is the value which is given in the question which is also 1. So what we will simply do, we will divide n by k and definitely in this case remainder will be 0 and we will return 1 as output. This is how we have to solve. But problem is when number will start increasing. So like for example एक तो 1 है, अब 1 के बाद हमें चाहिए next number which is 1 1. So how we will get that next number? So there is a very easy equation through which we can get that number, and the equation is whatever number you have right now, like for example you have 1 or you have 1 1, to get its next number you can simply multiply it by 10 and add 1 into it. So it is like अगर आपके पास 1 है then through this formula it will become 1 into 10 plus 1 and the number will be finally become 11. Here is the one thing. Same here, if I pass 11 then 11 into 10 will become 110 plus 1 it will become 111 and like this आपको इस formula के through next number मिल जाएगा. So this thing is sorted. We can easily get the next number. Now we don't need to store the entire number. We don't need to store entire number. We just want कि जो भी number हमको मिल रहा है, whatever next number we are getting, that is divisible by k or not. So we can simply write this equation, then we will put the mod here and we have to check is it equals to 0 or not. If it is equals to 0 then our problem is sorted. We will return this. If not then we move to the next number. Okay, so this thing is sorted. Now next thing we have to consider is the length of number n. So for example first you have number 1, then it will become to 1 1, then it will become to 1 1 1, then it will become to 1 1 1 1 and this will keep increasing. So हमको कब तक चेक करना है, दैट इज अ प्रॉब्लम, बिकॉज अगर हम ऐसे बढ़ाते रहेंगे सो दिस इज इनफाइनाइट, दिस विल कीप इंक्रीजिंग बट वी कैन नॉट इंक्रीज कंटिन्यूसली. वी हैव टू फाइंड अ स्टॉप जहाँ तक हमको हमारे n को इंक्रीज करना है एंड दैट स्टॉप इज k itself. So for example if I am getting value of k as 20, so I will go from 1 to 20, that's it. I will not go more than 20. Reason is after 20 remainder will start repeating itself. So अगर आपको 0 मिलना होगा या फिर कोई ऐसा नंबर विच इज़ डिविजिबल बाई 11, वो आपको 1 से 20 की रेंज में ही मिल जाएगा. सॉरी, विच इज़ लाइक 1 का जो भी कॉम्बिनेशन होगा विच इज़ डिविजिबल बाई 20 वो आपको 1 से 20 के रेंज में ही मिल जाएगा. अगर नहीं मिल रहा है देन आफ्टर रिमाइंडर विल स्टार्ट रिपीटिंग, सो दैट नॉट मेक एनी सेंस. यू कैन रिटर्न -1 देयर. सो दैट इज द सेकेंड थिंग वी हैव टू कंसिडर कि हमको कहाँ तक क्वेश्चन को, कहाँ तक हमारे n को इंक्रीज करना है. दैट इज द एक्चुअल नंबर जो भी हमें k प्रोवाइड किया है. टिल दैट पॉइंट वी हैव टू गो. आफ्टर अगर उस रेंज में हमको मिल जाता है डिविजिबल देन वी विल रिटर्न दैट नंबर, अदरवाइज वी विल रिटर्न -1. ओके गाइज, एंड लास्ट थिंग वी हैव टू कंसिडर इन दिस इज कि कोई भी k, लाइक इफ k इज डिविजिबल बाई 2 और k itself is 2, and if k is divisible by 5 or itself it is 5, then in दोनों cases में we will return simply -1. reason is 2 या 2 का मल्टीपल, 5 या 5 का मल्टीपल, कभी भी 1 का कॉम्बिनेशन उससे डिविजिबल नहीं होने वाला. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ वी हैव 2 then 1 will be never divisible by 2 and after that again remainder will start repeating. so अगर मैं इसको करता हूँ तो कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है. remainder will start repeating itself and it will never goes to 0, क्योंकि कभी भी 1 का 1 को यूज़ करके जो नंबर हमने कॉम्बिनेशन फॉर्म किया है that will never divisible by 2. same for its multiple as well, and the same logic is applicable for the 5 as well. So guys, now everything is sorted. We have 3 scenarios which we have to consider in our solution. So let's start solving them. Okay, so let me make it like this. Okay, so how we will start? First thing we will do is we will check the edge cases, and that is if, sorry, let me turn off the caps lock. Okay, now what we will do, we will check if k is divisible by 2 or k is divisible by 5. In both the cases we will simply return here -1. Now after this we have to create a variable reminder which will be by default 0, and we have to run a loop that is for length in range. We are starting our range from 1 and we will go till k. So for that we will define here k plus 1, and now we have to simply get the number, and after getting the number we will simply check that is it divisible by k or not. If it is divisible by k, then we will return that number. That is what we have to do. So let's do it quickly. To get the number we will write reminder is equals to reminder into 10 plus 1, the formula which we discussed earlier. Then we will put the mod and here will be k. Now whatever reminder we are getting here, we will check if that reminder is equals to 0 or not. If it is equals to 0, then we will return the length, and that is how we have to solve. Otherwise after this loop we will return -1. And now let's run this and check is it working or not. Okay, so we can see that our case is successfully accepted. Now let's submit this to LeetCode. Okay, yeah, so our question is successfully submitted to LeetCode, and that is how we can solve this question. Okay guys, so that is how we can solve this question. I hope you guys like the video. Now we will meet tomorrow with a new question. Thank you.